Look, ladies and gentlemen, if you clicked on this video, there's a good chance that you're feeling stuck right now. You have these incredible goals, dreams, and aspirations for your life, but somehow you don't know how to actually accomplish them. Maybe you sit down to actually work on something, but in a couple minutes, you're already reaching for your phone. You start scrolling and you open another video and you tell yourself you'll start in a minute, and before you know it, another hour has passed. And if that sounds like you, I need you to listen very, very closely and watch the rest of this video. Because recently I realized I was slipping right into that type of lifestyle. I was scrolling, I was eating junk food, I was binge watching movies, constantly distracting myself from the life that I wanted. And the scary thing is, it happens slowly. You don't notice it at first, but over time, those small distractions add up. And suddenly weeks and months have gone by without you actually feeling like you move forward. Now, most people think they aren't achieving their goals because they lack the energy or the knowledge. They think they need to watch more, read more, and know more. Because when you are able to actually focus on one thing deeply, it becomes much easier to learn the knowledge and actually take action. But right now, most people's focus is destroyed. Think about the average day. Your phone is buzzing with notifications. Social media is stealing your attention. Videos are automatically playing. Everything is designed to steal every bit of focus that you have. And your brain is constantly jumping from one thing to another. Your mind never gets a chance to slow down. And that's exactly where a dopamine reset comes into play. Now, you've probably seen a bunch of YouTube videos on dopamine detoxes, what they are, how they can affect you, and how they can improve your life. But in today's video, I want to keep everything very simple. I'm going to show you a 7-day framework that actually you can use to help you reset your dopamine levels and for you to rebuild your ability to focus. What it actually looks like in real life, what it might feel like during those 7 days, and most importantly, how to prevent those slowly creeping back in. Because this is what usually happens. People feel good for a few days, they feel good for a little while. Slowly, the old behaviors start coming back. First, it's checking your phone the moment you wake up. Then it's watching videos while you're supposed to be working. Then you're scrolling again late at night. And before you know it, you're right back at where you started. So the goal isn't just to detox for a few days. The goal is to reset your dopamine levels back to baseline so that simple things can actually feel more enjoyable. Everyone has different opinions on how long a dopamine reset should be, but I personally think that 7 days is the perfect reset. It's long enough for your brain to actually calm down and not get stimulated, but it's also short enough for you to actually commit to it. And during these 7 days, there are only 4 simple rules, 4 pillars that will help you reset your dopamine levels and actually help you build your focus. Now remember, this isn't just to be permanent, this is just a hard reset, like a press of a button. Think of it as restarting your brain so that normal activities like going for a walk, reading a book, doing something that you might find boring now will actually be enjoyable for you. So starting tomorrow, for the next 7 days, here are the 4 rules. First rule, limit your phone screen time as much as possible. Your phone is probably the biggest source of constant stimulation in your life. Notifications, social media, endless scrolling, messages. Your next 7 days, try to limit your phone screen time as much as possible, around 1 hour per day. Put it on airplane while you're working, turn off your notifications, and only check it at certain times of the day. Because every little notification pulls your focus away from what really matters. Second rule, no endless scrolling and random videos. Now I know that might sound extreme, but the thing is, people don't actually open these apps intentionally. They open it out of habit. 5 minutes turn into 30 minutes, 30 minutes turns into hours, and your brain never gets a real chance to actually slow down. So for the next 7 days, you remove these apps or even restrict or make it harder for you to actually use, and allow your mind to actually experience boredom again. Because boredom is where your creativity starts to actually return. The third rule is reducing overstimulating habits. Now that could be like eating junk food, watching YouTube videos, anything to get a quick dopamine hit. I'm not sure if I can say the words, but let's just call it adult content. You know what I mean, the R18 plus type of stuff. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to limit the amount. Eat proper meals, do something productive other than doing those things. You know what I mean? You can do the adult stuff, just limit the amount, try and cut back as much as you can from it. I know that you guys are addicted to it. Just do it without the artificial dopamine hit of watching the adult content videos. Just use your imagination, do it old school. Spend more time doing real world activities. Your goal is to limit the amount of artificial dopamine that you're receiving. And the fourth rule is 10 minutes of meditation each day. Just 10 minutes, just sit somewhere quiet, close your eyes and focus on your breathing. At first you'll feel uncomfortable, but it will be relaxing. Your mind will start to wander and you might want to feel like you want to check your phone or do something else. But after a few days, your mind starts to slow down and you start rebuilding the raw materials that will fix your attention span. Now, if you follow these 4 rules each day, something interesting starts to begin to happen. Your dopamine levels will start to reset back to baseline. Things that used to feel boring become more enjoyable. Going for a walk feels good. Reading a book feels easier. Doing something actually meaningful will become more enjoyable. And the reason is simple. Your brain isn't overloaded with constant stimulation. But the most important step is after the 7 days. Now, your goal is not to live like a monk forever. The goal is to rebuild your attention span so that your focus is not being drawn away into 1,000 different directions. Now, maybe you can bring social media back, but you use it intentionally. Now, maybe you start watching videos again, but you don't let them consume hours of your day. The key point is that you are back in control, not your phone, not endless scrolling, not distraction. If you feel like your focus has disappeared, like you've been stuck in bad, your time is slowly slipping away. Try this 7-day reset. 7 days of lowering the noise, 7 days of reclaiming your attention, 7 days of proving to yourself that you can take control of your life. And if you are going to take this challenge, let me know down below in the comment. I'd love to see how willing you guys are to reset these habits and start building the future that you want. I'll see you in the next video.